Welcome to Fast Track Gains. I'm here to help you accelerate your gains. This is the 10th episode of my 4th series, 10 Fitness Commandments, and the 8th commandment is called 8 Pathologies. In this episode, we continue our conversation about nutrition, but this time, rather than talking about what to eat like the 7th commandment, 7 nutrients, or what not to eat on the 3rd commandment, 3 evils, we are going to talk about the consequence if you do not eat well. And if you're interested in medicine and general health, then this commandment is a must-watch for you. As we are living in an environment that is more and more prone to chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and many other more conditions, the study of pathology is becoming increasingly more important. And the current medicine, which Dr. Peter Attia calls it Medicine 2.0. While it is very good at treating acute conditions and keeping people alive, it falls short in preventing and addressing the root causes of chronic diseases. And the root causes of all these chronic diseases can be categorized into 8 pathologies. If you understand these 8 pathologies, instead of controlling the flame of the fire, you can stop the fire at its original source. But before I talk about these 8 pathologies, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Takes less than a second, costs you nothing, and will help me a great deal in delivering the most efficient muscle building knowledge to the whole world. Really appreciate your support. Now back to my video. Which 8 pathologies are the root causes for all the prevalent chronic diseases? Before I present the 8 pathologies, I would like to first introduce one of the few people that sparked my interest in nutrition study, Dr. Robert Lustig. As a world-renowned pediatric endocrinologist, Dr. Robert Lustig is without a doubt the flagship for anti-sugar revolution. The video that earned his fame on the world stage, Sugar, the Bitter Truth, so far it has accumulated 25 million views. And that is a miracle for any serious academic video that is almost 90 minutes long. And surely, this video has permanently changed millions of people's views on sugar. I can still vividly remember what I did when I finished watching this video at Christmas time in 2021. I immediately threw out all the white sugar in my house and began to cut out all the added sugar in my diet. This video has really opened the rabbit hole of nutrition for me, and since then, I have been on the learning curve of nutrition for a very long time. But Dr. Robert Lustig is more than just the flagship of the revolution against sugar. He also has a deep interest in food politics and public health, and in his latest book, Metabolical, he has listed 8 subcellular processes that belie all the chronic diseases in detail for us. To make it even easier for us, Dr. Robert Lustig has uploaded videos specifically talking about these 8 pathologies on Low Carb down on the channel. And as you can see from the screenshot, the hateful 8 are glycation, oxidative stress, mitochondrial dysfunction, insulin resistance, membrane instability, inflammation, methylation, and autophagy. Definitely recommend that you watch the whole video. Very, very valuable and very educational. But to save you time here, below is a brief introduction of the 8 pathologies. Glycation. This process, often referred to as Maillard reaction or Browning reaction or caramelization, is a natural reaction that occurs in the body and can be accelerated by factors like high blood sugar levels. It's a process where a sugar molecule binds to a protein or lipid molecule, making the protein or lipid molecule less flexible. Wrinkles and cataracts are the result of glycation. Glycation can lead to the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs for short, which are implicated in various diseases and processes. Oxidative stress. This is a condition where there is an imbalance between the production of reactive oxygen species, ROS, also known as free radicals created by normal energy metabolism in the body, and the body's ability to neutralize them with antioxidants. This imbalance can lead to cell damage and contribute to various diseases. That's why antioxidants are very important. Paradoxically, what keeps you alive, the oxygen, is also what kills you in the end. Mitochondrial dysfunction. Metabolism is the process by which your body converts food and drink into energy. And being as the powerhouse of the cell to generate energy source ATP, the health of your mitochondria will directly decide if you have metabolic disease or not. In fact, you can say that mitochondrial dysfunction is the hallmark of all metabolic diseases. Insulin resistance. This is a condition where the body's cells do not respond as well as they should to insulin, leading to elevated blood sugar levels. This happens because the cells in the muscles, fat, and liver become less sensitive to insulin. The full-blown insulin resistance is the well-known type 2 diabetes. Membrane instability. This pathology is solely hinged on fats. Membranes of the cell is very important. How fluid the membrane is determines whether the cell is permeable or impermeable. And as the membrane of the cells are comprised of fats, quality fats, omega-3s, are essential for membrane integrity. Inflammation. This pathology requires no introduction. Acute inflammation is necessary and protective, but chronic low-grade inflammation will trigger so many problems in your body like fatigue, joint pain, digestive issues, and many other symptoms. Okay, if above 6 cellular processes are real technical pathologies that cause real diseases, then the last 2 cellular processes are more like a reflection of the first 6 pathologies. Depending on the outcome of the first 6, the last 2 cellular processes can be either beneficial or injurious. Methylation. This is a biological process where methyl groups, CH3, are added to DNA or other molecules, impacting their function. It's a crucial part of epigenetics, influencing gene expression and cellular processes. Methylation can have a wide range of effects, including turning genes on and off, impacting protein function, and even affecting the development and the progression of diseases like cancer. In other words, the environment can influence the genes as well. Your genes are the lights with dimmer. Epigenetics are the on switch attached to the dimmer to turn genes on and off. And while you do not have the power to change the lights, you do have the power to change the brightness of the lights. And as a good example, the above 6 pathologies, glycation, oxidative stress, mitochondrial dysfunction, insulin resistance, membrane instability, and inflammation, are all part of the epigenetics. They're all dimmer switches, and you have total control over how much you want to dim up or dim down. Autophagy. This is a trendy buzzword in current fitness culture. Autophagy, or the so-called self-eating process. Cells recycling old garbage parts in order to build up new structures. It's a natural process that breaks down and recycles damaged cell parts. It's a vital housekeeping mechanism that helps cells maintain homeostasis and adapt to stress. Autophagy happens in your body all the time, but is elevated when energy supply level is low, such as intermittent fasting. It will greatly help the body combat the above 6 pathologies, but when the energy supply is excessive, its efficiency will greatly reduce. And as Dr. Robert Lustig mentioned, all these 8 pathologies, they're not druggable, they're only foodable, meaning that all the pathologies cannot be treated by any drugs that we know of, as the drugs only treat the symptoms of underlying pathology. But if you eat right, then the proper nutrition will fix all 8 pathologies. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. Hippocrates was right 2,000 years ago. Since the inception of 10 Fitness Commandments in November 2023, I kept learning new knowledge and perfecting my own system in last year and a half. In the upgrade of this commandment, I'm going to cross-reference this commandment with the 3rd commandment, 3 evils, and the 7th commandment, 7 nutrients, and explain how different commandments interconnect and make up the whole system. First up, 3 evils: sugar, seed oils, and grains. You will see that sugar is the direct cause of glycation. It contributes to oxidative stress as it has no antioxidants. It poisons mitochondria. It is infamous for causing insulin resistance, and it causes chronic inflammation. Apart from membrane instability, sugar will trigger 5 pathologies out of 6. And let's take a look at seed oils. They contribute to oxidative stress because they lack antioxidants. They poison mitochondria as badly as sugar. They're also infamous for causing insulin resistance. They disrupt membrane integrity, and they contribute to chronic inflammation. Out of 6 pathologies, seed oils trigger every single one of them. No wonder Mark Sisson calls them the most insidious ingredient in our food system. And last, grains with gluten. They mildly contribute to glycation and insulin resistance because of starchy carbohydrates, and mildly contribute to oxidative stress as they are not so rich in antioxidants. They may be neutral to mitochondrial health, but they definitely cause a lot of inflammation because of the gluten content. So, apart from membrane instability and maybe mitochondrial dysfunction, grains will trigger 4 pathologies out of 6. That's why they're called 3 evils. Each one can wreak havoc in our body through multiple pathologies. If you have doubts before about the 3 evils, here's the proof for all their convictions. Next up, 7 nutrients: clean lean protein, dietary fiber, healthy fats, collagen, friendly bacteria, polyphenols, carbohydrates. Now, disclaimer first. As already mentioned, carbohydrates are like nitrous oxide in our food. It can only be used strategically around your training time to boost your performance, so it will be exempt from chronic pathology examinations. The rest 6 nutrients, apart from collagen, which serves a very specific purpose, every other nutrient will help you combat some pathologies. Clean lean protein will help you lower insulin resistance because of its high satiety effect. Fiber can help you fight against oxidative stress, mitochondrial dysfunction, reduce insulin resistance, and decrease inflammation. Healthy fats are vital to membrane integrity and help reduce inflammation and insulin resistance. Friendly bacteria can help you improve mitochondrial efficiency, lower insulin resistance, and reduce inflammation. Polyphenols are not only powerful antioxidants, but they're also very important for mitochondrial health and help you lower inflammation. And finally, a quick word about the effect of exercise on 8 pathologies. Yes, exercise can help you improve mitochondrial functioning, reduce insulin resistance, and can have a favorable impact on methylation and autophagy. But it cannot help you when it comes to glycation and membrane instability, and will actually increase oxidative stress and inflammation. So, although overall exercise is very beneficial to your health, It cannot solve all the pathologies caused by inferior nutrition. And perhaps that's the best explanation of why you can never outrun a bad diet, and why you should always remember this. No matter how important exercise can be, thou shalt only use nutrition to clamp down all the 8 pathologies. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next commandment. Peace out.